Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Tamali's classes, when knowledge is for all. And today we'll talk about the fatty liver diseases. See, the name suggests that fatty liver, that means when fat is accumulated in the liver, then it leads to fatty liver diseases. So today, in today's topic, I'm talking about the liver, then its function, its location in the human body, and also we're talking about how fatty liver is caused, and types of fatty liver, and and what are the symptoms, how you can prevent it, okay, how you can diagnose it and cure it. Also, wait till the end because in the end, I'll talk to you about some myths and some facts about fatty liver. So don't miss that. So let's start. So first, we'll talk about the liver. So you should know liver before you know fatty liver. So liver, this is a organ, and also you can say that it's a gland also. So liver is both an organ and a gland, okay, because it releases some chemicals which are required by the body. Number two is that liver is the largest internal gland in our body. Number three, liver is very very important because it performs some very um, um, crucial functions of the body. Okay, I'll talk to about the functions later. Now, where is this liver situated? As you can see in the diagram shown here, see liver, it is present just above the stomach. Okay, and it is present, you can see, just below the diaphragm. This is the diaphragm. It's present below the diaphragm and above the stomach. And below the liver, we have the intestine. We have the pancreas out here. You can see here we have the stomach out here, we have the pancreas out here, okay, stomach out here, we have spleen, okay. So also we have gallbladder on the right hand side, and we also have bile duct, okay, and below it we have this some small intestine. So this liver, it has two lobes, okay. One is the right lobe, you can see this diagram, right lobe and left lobe, there are two lobes, okay. Now inside this lobes, they contain some globules like structures. Now this liver, in a normal human, and healthy human being, this liver, it is weighing around 3 to 4 pounds, okay. Now depending on the height of the person, the liver size may vary, but generally it is 3 to 4 pounds. Now this liver is the only organ in our body which can regenerate itself, okay. It can replace the dead and the old tissues, okay, that it can repair them, okay, and it can regenerate itself. So remember that. Therefore, liver is very, very important. We should take measures to protect our liver. So why will I'll talk to you about it in my future class, my future slides. Now, one more thing. What are the functions of liver? See, first of all, we take in food, right, for nutrition. So we get carbohydrates, proteins, fats. So these are all metabolized by the liver. Okay. So liver metabolizes them, processes them, and stores them in the body in the form of glycogen. So whenever the body requires it, it is supplying it. More and most importantly, also liver will convert this nutrients into energy. Okay, which is then utilized by our body. So very important. Another important function is that do you know that liver is also helping in the digestion, not digestion, the emulsification of fats, or you can say the breakdown of fats. Okay, so if your liver is not healthy, if your liver is not good, then remember that your fat will not be broken down properly. The fats, it will not be utilized in the body properly in the form of energy. So again, I'm telling you, liver, you should take care of your liver, okay. Number fourth function is it helps in the clotting of blood. Number five, it helps in detoxification of blood. Now see, after digestion, what happens? Our body releases some toxins, some waste. So this blood, when it goes from the after digestion, when the blood goes to the liver, this liver will filter out this toxin and waste. It will eliminate those, okay, which will go in again outward of the body in the form of urine and feces. So again, liver is helping also in the detoxification. Also, liver is helping in production of some chemicals, okay, in the body. Therefore, why it's known as gland, I told you before. So remember that, okay. So liver produces bile juice, I've told you. So these are some of the important functions of liver, okay. Remember these things. Now, moving on, what is fatty liver disease? See, the diagram itself says to you how the liver changes when it is in a healthy human being and when it is in a person who is suffering from fatty liver disease. See out here, the liver is basically a reddish brown in structure, okay. So but when it is when it is like not working properly, when it is damaged, or when it is going in the like when it is on the way of damage, okay, you can say the stages of there are some stages of damage of liver. So when it is going through that stages, you can see how it is changing out here. See, the healthy liver out here, it is reddish brown in color, as no as it should be in a normal human being. Then slowly, when fats are being deposited, you can see small globules, small. You can see deposits are being formed, fatty acid deposits. Okay, and also the fatty acid starts enlarging. Okay, the liver will start enlarging. This is the first step. Okay, preliminary step, like first step, when it will start, when the normal healthy liver is getting into the abnormal phase. Okay, number two, again from enlargement of liver, it will lead to liver fibrosis. After, you can see some scar tissues are being formed. Okay, some scar tissues. See what happens, as I've told you that liver can regenerate itself, so it will help in replacing the old and wear and the old, or it will the ones which have been damaged tissues, the tired tissues, or when it will do the repairing function. Okay, so what will happen, it will try to replace those tissues. Now when the liver is being damaged, okay, when the liver is in damaging condition, there are some scars being produced. Okay, it's also called liver scarring. Okay, so liver scarring is being out here, it's being produced. You can see the diagram out here. So what will happen, the liver, it will face difficulty in replacing those tissues, because the tissues will start thickening. Okay, so it will have problem. So that's which is called liver fibrosis out here, or you can say liver scarring. Then at the extreme uh, point of liver damage, it's known as liver cirrhosis. Okay, when your liver is at the verge of failure. Okay, so what will happen out here, this will completely destroy the liver cells. You can see out here small all connective tissues are being formed out here. So many fatty acid deposits are being formed out here, fatty liver. Okay, this is the stage of cirrhosis, where it will ultimately lead to the liver damage. Okay, or you can say liver failure. Now we'll talk about the types of fatty liver disease. Okay, also called as FLD. I'll be saying FLD sometimes. Do not be confused. FLD is fatty liver disease. Now there are two types of fatty liver disease. One is the non-alcoholic, and one is the alcohol-related. Okay, so when we'll talk about the non-alcoholic, that means this fatty liver disease is caused also when you do not consume alcohol. So it doesn't mean that only if you consume alcohol you will have liver disease. If you are not consuming alcohol, you can still get this fatty liver disease. Okay, so how, when, suppose you are overweight, you are having obesity problem, also if you're suffering from diabetes, okay, that means your BP is high, your sugar is high. Okay, this may all lead to the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. That means your lifestyle is not good, you have to take care of it. Number two is alcohol related. As the name suggests, that drinking alcohol leads to this alcohol disease. Also one more thing, for this non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, exact cause has till now it is not yet determined what is the exact cause. But these are some of the reasons which may have led to this non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. So the symptoms I talked to you about in my, I'll keep on talking, like I'll keep on mentioning to you in my future slides also. Now there are two types. Okay, in this non-alcoholic, one is simple fatty liver. See, in simple fatty liver, there is no inflammation of liver, no damage of liver. Okay, you have no symptoms. So it is just, but the fatty liver, the fats is being accumulated in the liver slowly and slowly. A bit size may be increased, and sometimes you might have some pain on the right hand side on your, a bit like you might have some discomfort, feeling of discomfort. So if you feel that, you should go and check your like liver, fatty liver. Also, number two is when you have an inflammation in liver and damage. Okay, when your liver is going towards damaging. Okay, there's an inflammation in liver which is causing to some symptoms being shown. Okay, so number two, in number two there are two types. This is one I told you, inflammation in liver and damage. Number three is NASH. NASH is out here, non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. Now one thing, okay, so the a doctor who checks the liver, who examines the liver, is known as hepatologist. Okay, so remember that thing. Now this NASH, what is happening out here, when the liver, okay, I told you that liver breaks down fat. Now sometimes what happens, when the liver is towards damage, it is having problem in breaking down those fats. So at that time it leads to this this NASH term. Okay, then you can call it that your liver is suffering from NASH. Okay, NASH means non-alcoholic steatohepatitis. Fine. Also, when there is this non-alcoholic fatty liver disease formed, then it also may lead to, like, if it is extending, if you're not taking care of your liver, and if you're leaving it and not maintaining the diet, not taking care of it, it may lead to liver fibrosis, and further it may lead to liver cirrhosis or liver damage. Also, it can lead to liver cancer. So remember that. Now coming to alcohol related, as the name says, if you drink too much of alcohol, it may lead to this alcohol related disease. Now, as I told you, wait for the last slide because I'll tell you some interesting thing, that how much alcohol you need, how much alcohol can lead to this disease, and there are many other like interesting facts I'll tell you about. Okay. Now, what is happening out here? When you drink too much of alcohol, okay, what will happen? It will lead to the first step. It will lead to your liver enlargement. Your liver starts increasing in size. Okay. Then it will lead to liver hepatitis. Okay. When you have that, you will feel some symptoms, like you might have some fever, nausea, vomiting. Also, there might be some pain in the belly. Okay. Also, you might have this yellowing of hands and all, which is also known as jaundice. It will lead to jaundice. Number three, if again that is not cured, then it will lead to the liver cirrhosis, which is the final stage, and that it can be very, very harmful for the person, because out there the blood pressure is high, the spleen gets enlarged. Okay. Then also there's some fluid which builds up in the belly. So it is also known as ascites. Okay. So there's some fluid build up in the belly. Also the liver starts failing. Okay. The liver does not work. It does not break down fats and other functions. So it leads to the liver failure. So these are the two types of fatty liver disease. Okay. Moving on. Symptoms of fatty liver disease. As I've already told you, your belly will start swelling. Also, you'll have start having pain. Okay. Suddenly there'll be a weight loss, or you don't feel hungry, you will feel like vomiting, nausea. Okay. Also, sometimes you will see your blood vessels are enlarging. Then also in men, they're normal, the breast size it will increase. Also, the palms of your hand it will become reddish in color, and you'll always feel tired, and you'll always feel mentally confused. Okay. And also you may suffer from jaundice. Then you should know that your liver is in problem. Okay. Now, as I told you, two types of liver disease out here, liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. Now, this fatty acid liver, it may lead to this liver cirrhosis or liver cancer. So, these are the symptoms of liver cirrhosis. I've already told you, you'll feel tired, weight loss will be there, you'll feel nausea, your feet and legs will start swelling, you'll have this yellowing of skin and eyes, again known as jaundice. Okay, then also in the abdomen, some fluid will be accumulated. So these are all the symptoms of liver cirrhosis. Liver cancer, again, in another way, what will happen? There will be an unintentional weight loss. You'll feel again vomiting. See, both almost the symptoms are same, but in here in liver cancer, you can see you'll have a white chalky stools. Okay, the stool will be white and chalky nature. Okay, so this is some of the differences. Now, moving on, who are the people who are at risk to be suffering from fatty liver disease? First of all, obese people. If some people are overweight, then these people may get this fatty liver. Also, those people who lose weight very easily, they are also prone to this fatty liver disease. Number three, people who are malnourished. If you're not having proper food diet, then you might also have this fatty liver disease. Okay, consuming of too much of alcohol. If you're consuming too much alcohol, even that may lead. Now there are some steroids, there are some drugs. If you consume them too much, it might lead to fatty liver disease, because they put pressure on the liver. Okay. Now there are some people who have high LDL. LDL and HDL are cholesterols. Okay, type of cholesterols out here. So if you have high LDL and low HDL, then it will lead to your fatty liver, because HDL is a good cholesterol. Okay, and LDL is a bad cholesterol. So uh, if this consumption is not proper, if you're having a low HDL and high LDL products, then it will also lead to fatty acid liver. Okay, fatty liver disease. So now, and also people who are consuming too much of sugar, who are having diabetes, and also who have high BP, they are also prone to this fatty liver disease. Okay. Now, how will you know that you have fatty liver? Suppose, as I told you the symptoms, if you face those symptoms, you have to go and talk to a doctor. Okay. You need to talk to a dietitian. You need to talk to a doctor. The doctor will give you some physical test, like they will calculate your BMI, body mass index, where your height and weight will be taken in consideration, and they will calculate your BMI. Okay. Also, they will also see if your uh, liver has been enlarged or not, if you're having symptoms of jaundice or not. So these are physical tests. Also, doctor might suggest you for blood test, which will help, like, it's a very common, like, we do lipid test, we do lipid profile test, we do liver test. Okay. Because see, they will we have this liver cells, they produce some proteins known as enzymes. So when they're released in the blood, so doctors will check that they will check the civils in the blood, if the enzymes are being produced or not, how much quantity is being produced. Okay. They will check how the hepatitis C test, they will see the Wilson, if you're having Wilson disease or test, Wilson disease or not. Also, it will go for HbA1c test. Okay. So you might have seen in lipid profile, you might have seen when sometimes you go for this lipid profile now, and then they check your bilirubin, they check LDL, HDL, okay, your cholesterol levels. Then also these things will say that your liver is in proper condition or not. Okay. So there are also some imaging tests like ultrasound and CT scans and also MRI. So these are all imaging tests which will show you if your liver is proper or not. Okay. But they will not exactly say that in what stage you are and how much extreme the situation is. For that, you have to go for transient elastography and also your MRE, okay, elastography test, because this elastography test will measure how much stiff your liver has become and how much stiffness you can also see it, and you can also measure it by this elastography process. So that will help in knowing if your liver is being able to perform its functions or not, and if not, how much stiffness is being caused, all these things. Okay. Also, the last one is liver biopsy. This is done in extreme cases to check if your liver is damaged or not, if you are suffering from liver cirrhosis or not. Okay. How will you treat it? Now, see, liver, when your liver is not working properly, or when you understand that you're gaining weight too much, or when you test yourself and you see that your liver, there is some there is some abnormality in your liver. So what you can do is you can take some actions, you can do some things which can help in that. Like, you can lose your weight, but remember, do not lose too much weight. Talk to a dietitian, take the proper diet, what you should eat, what you should not eat. Okay. And exercise properly so you can lose your weight safely and healthily. Next is that certain drugs, okay, which are advised by doctor, only take those drugs. Do not go and do not Google and take drugs as per your knowledge. Do not do that. Talk to a proper doctor, and then go for certain drugs which will help in reducing the liver damage. Also, very important, say no to alcohol. Alcohol, no matter how much you consume, slowly and steadily, it will lead to problem in the liver. As I've told you, liver is very, very important for our body. So try to avoid alcohol. Next is detox program. So see, I told you to quit drinking. I told you about, see, when people are drinking too much. Okay. So when they have to quit drinking, they have to do it very safely. Okay. Suddenly you cannot quit drinking because it will give a shock to your body, the metabolism. You have to safely quit it. And also, when a person starts quitting the alcohol, that person might face some withdrawal symptoms. Okay. As you can check in my I've taken another class on the drugs and alcohol abuse. You can see that class of mine. You will know what is managed withdrawal symptoms. So this detox program is very, very important. Talk to doctor, talk to dietitian, and take care of that. Okay. Now, very, very important and interesting out here. Now I'll talk to you about some myths and facts. So let's start with myths. Okay, let's start with facts first. Okay. So first of all, I told you about the liver. So how much fat, if accumulated in your body, can lead to this FLD or fatty liver disease? So see, if in your body, okay, suppose your body, the fat is keeping on accumulating. If this accumulation of fat is more than 5% of the liver weight, that means you are having this fatty liver disease. This is one fact. Number two fact is that if you are suffering from fatty liver disease, then be very careful, because this might increase the risk of you suffering from liver cancer, liver cirrhosis, and also inflammation in the liver, or you can say damage of the liver. Okay. Number three, is that liver is the only organ, which I've already told you. Liver is the only organ which can regenerate itself by replacing the old and damaged cells with the new cells. So these are some of the facts of the liver. Now coming to the myth part. So in myth part, first of all, we say that only alcoholics get fatty liver. No, I've already told you in my slide. You can again go back to my previous slide. You can see I told you about people who may be at risk, right? So not only alcoholics, even who are non-alcoholics and are not taking care of their body, their weight, their lifestyle, then they might also be prone. They might also be at risk to getting this fatty liver disease. Okay, so remember that. Okay, maintain your lifestyle. Change your lifestyle if you have not yet changed yet. Number two is that it doesn't depend whether you're having um, beer, whether you're having um, wine, whether you're having whiskey or whatever type of alcohol. It doesn't depend on the type of alcohol that you which will determine that you will get fatty liver disease. Okay, it is determined on the amount of consumption, how much you're consuming, that will lead to you suffering from fatty liver disease, not the type of alcohol. So recommended drinking, it says that you can have 14 units a week. Okay, 14 units of a week you can have that. You can have you can have an alcohol, and if you see 1 unit of alcohol, it is equivalent to 125 ml of small glass of wine. Okay, so this is just a recommended consumption amount, but it's not that you can have that. Don't think that if I'll have that I will not have fatty liver disease. You can still have fatty liver disease. Okay, number three is fatty liver disease is irreversible. No, it is reversible. Suppose when you see that your liver is enlarging, that means it's the preliminary stage. So before it goes to liver fibrosis, you can reverse it. Okay, when you're taking too much alcohol and you can see that your body is your body always tells you should listen to your body. Your body always tells you if it's suffering from some problems, if it's not functioning properly, it will give you some symptoms, and you have to recognize that. When you see that, change your lifestyle. Okay, change your lifestyle, talk to dietitian, have a healthy diet, exercise, and then you can reverse the fatty liver disease. It is reversible. Okay, it is not irreversible, it is reversible. You can reverse back. Last one is that women are more prone to FLD. This is a very wrong conception. Not just women. Okay, studies suggest that both men and women are at risk of suffering from fatty liver disease. So these are some of the myths and some of the facts of fatty liver disease. I hope you have liked today's video. So if you have liked it, do click on the like icon, share it with your friends, and do subscribe to my channel for more such videos, and also ask your friends to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much and have a great day.